Welcome to another episode of the Insert Name Here Vodcast show, where we talk about geek culture, news, and lifestyle. I believe this week we are up to episode 6.
Lucky number 6, episode 6.
And first of all, happy holidays, guys. From both of us, we want to say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, guys. Stay safe. Enjoy the holidays.
Yeah.
Don't do anything we wouldn't do.
But look, first of all, what I'll say is we're here to talk about the casting of Ant-Man, Paul Rudd. Before we get into it, I just want to sort of say, as you can see in the background, Transformers toys, collectibles like crazy.
That's right, we're back. You guys are in for a very special episode.
A very intimate moment.
Very special episode. This is a place that not many people have ventured into.
I consider myself lucky to be here right now.
Very lucky. He has chills running up his spine.
Absolutely.
But today, as you just said, we want to talk about the casting of Ant-Man, Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. So, let's just get straight into it. What do you think?
Okay, well, I think it's good casting. I like Paul Rudd. I think he looks like he could be a smart, funny, awkward sort of guy, which is my idea of Ant-Man.
Yep.
What do you think when you heard about Paul Rudd being cast as Ant-Man?
I am absolutely happy about the news of Paul Rudd. I really like him as an actor. I really like him overall. I think he's got the look for the Ant-Man. I've seen a couple of shots, and I'm sure we'll post it up here. We have been posting it up around here somewhere. I think he can do the alcoholic wife beater scene really well, which we'll talk about a little bit more. We'll get into that a little more.
That's quite a stretch that you've made, because you just said that he's a likable guy, and he's a funny guy.
I think he can pull it off. One thing that I will, and this is what I wanted to address, one thing that I will say that I'm a little bit concerned about is that Paul Rudd is such a likable likable actor guy, especially the characters that he plays, that I'd be concerned because the Ant-Man character to me is a bit of a...
From what you know of him.
From what I know of the character, it's a bit of a, I don't know, dweeb, loser, I don't know how you would say it, and I guess what my concern is, Paul Rudd's too likable for that character. But anyways, that's just my thoughts.
I think it's a little bit soon to try to figure out what sort of, or what version of Ant-Man they're going to use, or how they're going to portray him.
Well, let's talk about that then. Well, let's address that. I mean...
Okay, well, there's 3 Ant-Mans.
Yes.
Ant-Men, if you will.
Ant-Men,
there are 3. There's Hank Pym.
Yes.
Who is arguably the most well-known Ant-Man.
The first Ant-Man.
Yep. There is Scott Lang.
Yep, which is the second Ant-Man.
Second Ant-Man. May he rest in peace. Spoiler alert. And the third one is Eric O'Grady, who is less well known.
Look, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't even aware of the third one until you brought it up last night. So, he was initially an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. that came across the pin particles of the suit, the Ant-Man suit, and the rest is history, I guess. Yeah, well,
or what little bit. He's a new character. But anyway, I think of all the 3, they would have to use the name of Hank Pym.
They would. Well, he's the most popular person, right?
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, they said something. Did they not say pin particles at one stage in the movie, or did I just imagine that?
I'm pretty sure they did, unless... No, I think they did as well.
But, yeah.
I thought so they sort of mentioned it. No, I'm pretty sure they haven't mentioned it already. From my point of view, it wouldn't surprise me if they do a sort of combination of both Scott and Hank.
Well,
that would be interesting.
That's funny, because I actually think, if anything, they would combine the name of Hank Pym and I guess his achievements, or what is his backstory, and they'd give him that Eric O'Grady sort of lighthearted feel, that he's
like a bit of a smart ass.
Yeah, a little bit selfish, you know.
Yeah, right.
I would be stunned. I would be shocked if they went down the route of having him have domestic issues in the movie.
I think they'll mention.
What do you think? Do you reckon they're going to show man and woman violence in this Marvel movie?
I think they'll mention it, but I don't think they'll actually show it physically.
I don't think
they'll mention it, and yeah, that's just what I think.
They're just going to mention it in passing. They say, "Oh, hey, how's the wife, Hank?" And he'll just say, "Yeah, he had to put her in the corner," and
well, not like that, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, he's probably going through a hard time because he's done X, Y, and Z.
I think it's going to be,
or maybe he'll mention a divorce. So I don't know. Look, when it comes.
Do you think they're going to mention his Janet as a character in the movie?
Actually, you know what? I predict that this movie will be pre them getting together, before they get together. Yeah, so they won't mention it. Maybe
I'd like to see her in it. I'd like to see her in it.
Yeah, I would. I think we'll probably see a glimpse of her, of who he's dating.
Do you know much about?
Maybe.
Do you know much about the character, Janet?
I'm only very much familiar with the Ultimates universe.
Okay, well, you know that she does become an Avenger.
Yes,
at
yes,
some
the
stage.
Wasp.
So,
The
yeah.
Wasp.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think that would be nice to see. And in fact, if they're going to cast Paul Rudd as Hank, I would love. You know who I would love to see in the cast as Janet? Mila Jovovich. Because both of these guys, when I see them in the first thing they've acted in, compared to now, it's like they've got Benjamin Button disease. They've aged backwards in time. You notice how young they are now? They look so young.
Yeah.
So if they ever want to do
can understand
flashbacks, it's the perfect couple. And I think Janet's a super model of some sort, or she has a career
in fashion as well.
Yeah, something
like I
yeah,
said,
Mila
in
Jovovich.
the Ultimate Universe, she's like a fashion designer or something like that. So, yeah.
Well, the
I
point
think
is,
that's a good point. Though.
those two guys, they must be drinking out of the fountain of youth or something, because they do not age.
Yeah, true. But
Well,
look, are you happy with the casting overall, or?
I am happy because Paul Rudd is a comedic actor, and Edgar Wright's as far as I'm concerned, a comedic director. With Edgar Wright being attached to it, I would have to imagine that it's a comedy movie, a straight-up comedy movie.
And my next question to you is: would you be a bit worried that it's going to be a comedy movie? Because we've had
I wouldn't be worried at all.
We've had the Avengers, and they're all action movies, right?
Yeah, it's action with bits of comedy.
Yeah, right. So having it swapped the other way for a superhero movie, would you
Comedy
consider?
with bits of action? Yeah, I'd be all up for that, because
Really?
I don't think a superhero movie is necessarily dictated by the amount of action that's in it.
Okay.
I think you're not playing to your actor's strengths if you don't make it a comedy movie. I could be wrong, because for all we know, Paul Rudd's this incredible dramatic actor. You know, he could be like the next Robin Williams and just blow us all away and win an Oscar for something.
True.
You know? I think it'd be interesting to see which direction they go. I mean, we can only guess what direction they're going to go with it.
For me personally, I'd be concerned about it being only mainly a comedy with slight action in it. That's just me, though.
There's going to be special effects though. Like, it's going to be like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but it's going to be more well done.
What about what is that movie that not Paul Rudd's in, but all his mates are in, that we watched in the airplane on the way to New York?
Oh, This Is the End.
Yeah.
No,
What is that?
That wasn't quite a.
That's like a comedy. It's a comedy slash action-ish. What if it turns out like that?
Well, I mean, that's a whole other story. That's a whole other type of movie.
All right.
But I think they could do that route where it's comedy and it has special effects. Obviously, this is going to be much cleaner in terms of special effects. One thing I wanted to talk to you about is that I know it's an Ant-Man movie, but do you think they're going to talk about his other, or they're going to foreshadow his other
characters that he becomes? And that's why I think choosing just the Hank Pym character is a bit of a it's not a good thing.
Do you think he's got too many strings attached to him?
Well,
you got to hit on the fact that he's a wife beater. You got to touch on the fact that he's been Yellow Jacket and all that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he couldn't even decide on one superhero character. He had Yellow Jacket, Goliath, Giant Man, Ant-Man. I think that's all I can remember at the moment, and I think that's pretty much it. But
I think the running joke is that he's had so many identities, isn't it?
It's ridiculous. He did become the Wasp as well.
Yes.
Secret Invasion. I remember that. So this is what I mean. Like, do you really want a loser of a character?
I still think you're being harsh calling him a loser of a character.
Wait. Let me say it this way though. As we already spoken about with Thor and everything, these are like off-worlds, right? Like other worlds.
It's
so
like
it's not
the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
I think that they will pick and choose. They'd be silly not to.
I think they'll combine all the different sort of Ant-Mans and put them all together. So Scott Lang,
they'll
Hank
pick the
Pym,
best of
O'Grady. Yeah, I think they'll put it all together.
Whatever's
parts from
appropriate.
them. That's just what I reckon. So,
Right, so you know what? Looks like there's a lot of stuff they can do with Ant-Man, isn't it?
Definitely.
And here I thought it was just a guy who was smart and can get big or small. Looks like there's more to it than that.
I think so.
So yeah, we're both pretty optimistic, I guess. I think that's fair to say.
I'm happy with it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. 2015 is scheduled for release.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like filming starts next year, and
we've
then
got
the
a lot
year
of stuff to
after,
look forward to between now and then. It's going to be quite interesting because Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be that's a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
So and then now we're going to have Ant-Man, and as far as I'm aware, they're all going to be connected somehow.
They will. It'll all come together. I'm sure they're going to eventually do an Infinity movie. Infinity Gauntlet, or they'll call it Infinity, or some crap like that, But anyways,
we're predicting the future now. Look into the crystal ball. Well, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the casting of Paul Rudd as Ant-Man?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know on the comments field.
Leave us a comment, send us a message, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter and You know,
What else do we
subscribe to the
have?
blog.
Yeah, but
Friend me on Facebook.
yeah, besides that, thank you very much for watching. I will end it up for now, but we just want to say again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and take care of yourselves.
And we'll see you guys with more in 2014.
All right, adios.